Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. As you can see, I'm in blue, so that means it's Serie A, and that means I've got Tancredi and I've got Alex. Some of the boys didn't get the memo. We've got every colour of the rainbow here. Now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means that we can notify you and you'll never miss any content again. And if you press the link in the description, that'll take you over to our soccer pages and all of their articles with Alex, with Dave and with Martin. Juve, I don't even know why I'm smiling. I'm smiling because we love this show so much. But Tancredi, Juve yesterday had a real opportunity to put a nail in the coffin and they didn't turn up.
Look, Flash, I know that this can sound like too easy to say, because actually in the last show I was giving that as a banker, but I was asked before the game by some of our viewers whether, Tank, good that I have your banker now about Juventus, and I replied, to be honest, I wouldn't take that banker anymore. It's not in that way. I felt that things were changing. Some of our viewers asked, the odds have shifted from 1.50 to 1.62 just a few hours before the game. Why so? And I said, honestly, it's not sure as before. Udinese, after Genoa and Lecce both won, definitely needed to do something. I was expecting a draw, not Juventus to lose, to be honest. Still, on the other side, mamma mia, how dreadful was Juventus. I mean, you can play bad, but you are playing for the title. If you have to seal the title, I mean, it is expected, it's supposed that you give a completely different kind of performance. They will win the title anyway. But really, that's all you got?
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, they played like with 9 men because Aaron Ramsey, he couldn't find one of his own teammates with a map or a compass. I mean, he gave the ball away, he was fouling, his touch was dodge. And I tell you what, poor old Dybala, he's playing up front on his own because Ronaldo wanders to the left, wanders to the right. Anyway, he just gets the ball out of his feet and has a shot. He doesn't really contribute anything to the team. So if he's not scoring, you're basically carrying a passenger, Alex.
Yeah, you know, in his eagerness to score goals and to make records and all that, sometimes I feel that he is only about himself. You know, he's not a team player sometimes, and this is what it annoys me. With Real Madrid, he was a bit different, but right now you see him nervous. You see him. Reacting to every bad pass that he's receiving. Why you didn't give it to me? I was there. He's contradicting his teammates all the time. I don't know what is happening. He knows, yes, as you said and as Tan said, they will win the title. Even if they lose the last 3 games, they might win the title because they are 6 points right now. Let's say that Milan beats Atalanta today. Let's say that, and let's say that Genoa pulls off the upset with Inter, and so on. So yeah, I don't know what to expect from Juve. Probably they will want to focus on this home game and lift the title on their field. I don't know. Yeah, strange situation. I had them. The first half was good. They started good, but in the second half, I was thinking to myself, I never seen Juventus playing so bad during an entire half of the game. You know, Udinese were very aggressive. I liked their fighting spirit, and normally I'm hoping till the end that someone will score a goal in the last minutes of the game. But yesterday, I thought that even if they play like that for another 1 hour, Juventus will not score, you know?
Yeah, they didn't test the keeper enough for me. And the people in the chat, I mean, everyone's agreeing. Maybe Afghan's got a bit of a left-sided view of saying they don't feed him enough. You're joking, aren't you, Afghan? I said, he gets the ball, he touches it, there's no pace about his work. I just feel sorry for Dybala. I mean, De Ligt, what a defender he is. 20-year-old, plays like a 28-year-old veteran. Obviously, Bonucci, Chiellini. What a defence they've got. But they need more in attack because, honestly, yesterday there was like maybe 8 or 9 men. We've got great fixtures coming up. Remember, we're live, so that means you're our 3rd member of the guests. Get yourselves in the chat. Give us a little bit of your leans, your bankers, your bets. Don't talk about bad beats because every single one of them will mention Juve. Tan, let's kick off with you, eh? Best game of the weekend. Milan at plus 200. Draw plus 310. And Atalanta at plus 125. Cracking game, Tan.
Here in San Siro, cracking game indeed. But, you know, look at how Atalanta played the last game, how it's coming. It's 3 games to go. There is some premises everybody should, they always actually keep in mind when it's getting to the end of the season. So not only who is fighting for something obviously got a better motivation to play, but in this case, remember, it's a completely different end of the season because there is a post-season European Cups. So the values are a bit turned around. I don't think that Atalanta will pull that great performance that we are accustomed to see from them. Even if they were a bit disappointing in the last game for the way they play, even though Milan got many players missing, especially in defense. So it will be hard for Milan, but Milan are fighting for something. Milan are 2 points behind Roma. Finishing ahead of Roma or behind means that they will have longer or shorter holiday because they would have to play or not to play the preliminary rounds. Now, Flash, as you know, the 2 things that football players care the most in their life is money in bank account and how long their holidays are. So I think they are very motivated, even if they aren't stronger and they have many absences against Atalanta. That's why I can't really say what is the final outcome if Atalanta or Milan can win. But considering all those absences in Milan defense, considering that even when Atalanta play good, anyway, they are able to score 1 goal, I would go with the so famous already tank pack, the over 1.5 goals in the second half at 166.
At 162, okay. I just think it looks like the Alex Classic, Alex.
Yes, Tan said about the defensive problems. I will specify here a little bit. Romagnoli that missed just a game all season long. So basically they are missing all the defensive line that we saw them playing against Sassuolo, for example. Conti, Cagliari, Hernandez, Theo Hernandez, and Romagnoli. And also a player in front of them, Benacer. So all these 5 line. So this is what Atalanta during this season. Yes, let's say that they didn't impress against Bologna. They were dreadful against Verona. But against the big names in Serie A, they are always putting a great performance. And I think that Gasperini is trying always to show something there at the top of the table. You know, we are better than you. We are better than you. They were so unlucky to beat Juventus with that 2-2 draw. So against the top side like AC Milan, despite being on 6th place right now and fighting for European competition, but since the restart of the season, Atalanta and Milan are the most powerful teams in terms of results. So they must put a show all together. I don't think Atalanta will lose this one. So I am not sure about the goals markets, to be honest, at how I saw Atalanta lately. I think that we'll see an entertaining game, but I'm going Atalanta with draw no bet at 1.7. I think that Atalanta will easily find gaps in that Milan's defense with all those missing players. So I think that at the worst, this will be a push, not a loss. So Atalanta draw no bet at 1.7 for me.
Okay, Alert Eddie makes a great point in the chat saying Atalanta have their mindset on PSG. Do you agree, Tan?
Totally. This doesn't mean that they won't play.
No.
Also because they have a backup line that is almost same as good as the top line, like only the great teams do. But it is clear, guys, it is 3 games to go, but it is only 1 week, 3 games in 1 week. And they have played a lot, they've given a lot, they pushed a lot. And see, also, there is another thing. The thing they are playing for are 2 achievements. Getting 100 goals scored, they miss 5 in the next 3 games, and saving the second place, the second position. Now, considering that Inter keeps on stumbling, as you know, so Atalanta, anyway, are still keeping the second position. They weren't overlapped by Inter. So this possibly is not even pushing them to do more. But again, obviously, it's all about Paris Saint-Germain, all about Champions League. So don't apply to these last games exactly what you have learned in the other weeks.
Alex?
Question time. Sorry, Flash. What is the difference between finishing second and third in terms of money from the TV rights in Italy?
It's between 5 and 10 million of euros, which is something, but is not such a huge difference to justify, oh, you should put it all, you know?
No, but as a
player,
player,
it is more about.
As a player, you want to be second. I mean, obviously,
exactly.
It's massive. It's massive. Atalanta being second in the Serie A, it's massive for them boys.
And it is, and especially for Atalanta, because Atalanta, the maximum position they ever achieved in their history was the 3rd place of last year. So it would be nobody was ever so at the top like us. So
yeah, they've got a chance to make history.
This is what I'm saying for a team that finished last year 3rd. Before that, they were a mid-table team, and now they want to finish 2nd. From 5 to 10 million euros plus from 2nd to 3rd place, and probably all the players have some bonuses for finishing higher than I don't know, as high as possible, you know. So, for example, in their contract, the contract will say, if you finish 2nd, you will get this much. If you finish 3rd, this much. So, this much. And plus, they want to demonstrate that they are better than AC Milan, a top team in Serie A, you know.
Yeah. But listen to this. After Atalanta, at the last game, they will have Atalanta-Inter. So, probably it's there that the 2nd place will be decided, unless Lazio now pull 9 points over
unless Inter doesn't make an Inter.
No, exactly. Listen, we could talk about this game all weekend long.
No. But what I'm saying is that Atalanta gave a 5-0 in the first leg to Milan. They don't have really this madness for Milan, and Milan in this moment is actually under them. And Milan got the strong motivation of trying to clinch the 5th place. So this thing of being motivated in the 2nd position could come out later, because they can clinch those 6 points later. They have the playoff against Inter. Milan could be tricky to bet only on Atalanta to win.
Okay, listen, I think the draw's massive value at 3.1, and I wouldn't put anyone off maybe having a little units, tiny units on 2-2 and 3-3. You'll get massive odds there. Now, listen, there's 130 of you watching, and you'll see a thumbs up, and it says 36 at the moment. If you press that button, it'll go to 37 and 38 and 39. So that shows your appreciation for Tan and Alex. Don't worry about me. Let's move on. Brescia, plus 250. The draw at plus 280. And the massive, mighty Parma at plus 110. I said last week that draw or double chance for Parma was value, but I say that every week, Alex.
Yeah, with Brescia, we were right on both bets last in the midweek round. Lecce to win, and also over 1.5 goals in the second half. Both good prices. So again, we are going against Brescia. I think that is a huge value right now on Parma at 2.04 to miss it. Even if I will lose this bet, I still think that there is value on this bet. Brescia, I don't know. They didn't show nothing against Lecce. Of course, Lecce with more chances to save themselves from relegation. They they played very good in that game. But if a team, for example, like Sassuolo or like I don't know, even Lazio, for example, were catching Brescia, how they played in the midweek round, I think that the score would have been 4-5-0 easily. Brescia are not playing. They have nothing to play for. Okay, mathematically are not yet relegated, but they are. Come on, mathematically they are just 8 points behind Genoa with 3 rounds to go. So only a miracle will save them from getting relegated. So I think that Parma at 2.04 has a great value. Only Cornelius, as a fact, is missing from that starting 11 from Parma. We'll probably see Kulusevski. We'll probably see Gervinho in the starting 11. So I think that Parma will has all the weapons to win this game.
Tan, my problem with Parma is that they just keep going forward, leave the back door open, they get disjointed between defence and midfield. Too big a gaps there to be hit because, I mean, listen, they've been in front, they've scored most weeks, but they end up not winning games. Do they score twice here? Because then that means we'd bring in team total over 1.5 just for Parma.
It could be. Okay, first, Alex, do you promise me you won't hold any grudges with me? Do you promise that?
He loves a grudge,
of course.
Tan. Tan, he loves a grudge.
Okay. No, okay. Do you promise? Do you promise? Can
I don't know. Depends
like
how bad it is.
I like you, man, and you are always prepared and everything. I hate to be the one to do so, but actually Brescia are already relegated because they are 12 points behind the last safe spot. You don't have to look at Lecce, you have to look at Genoa.
Sorry, 12
sorry.
Points. I
hate to be that guy.
Bad
I'm very
calculation.
sorry.
Yes.
I hate to be that guy.
I'm sorry.
No,
no worries
absolutely.
about that.
I hate to be that guy. So it's the first game they will play as relegated already. But see, this Brescia-Parma goes in a bucket of a few games of these 3 rounds that will probably lose a lot of sense. On one side, we have Parma that finally clinched a win. Just think that until now, they won only the first game since the comeback and then nothing anymore. Now, with this win, they secured their not only to be in Serie A, that was almost sure, but also their honor, I would say. Now they are 10th. I don't know if they will finish in the left side of the table, but anyway, it's already reasonable and honorable what they are doing. But this means that they will have a relieved attitude. Brescia, they are relegated. Parma, they can score. In my opinion, this again, it belongs in a bucket of game that will make no sense. So can go exactly one direction or the other. And for this reason, I don't dare to touch at all the outcome on who's winning what. I just say an easy, smooth, both teams to score at 1.53 European odds from what I see.
1.53 for both teams to score, maybe the Parma team total as well. But if you're going for both teams to score, then that means that 2 out of 2 games look like they're going to go over 1.5. We'll just have a little total down because it wasn't something that jumped out at me because I thought there might be 2 or 3 games. And we only go for 9 or 10.
Also,
and by the way, 29 out of 30 games have been
Parma,
over 1.5. Sorry, mate?
Sorry, Flash. Between Parma on 10th place, they're at 43 points, and Sampdoria or Udinese, for example, 15th place with 39 points, only 4 points between them. That is a huge gap. So it's very important for Parma to finish as high as possible. And they have this opportunity to beat an already relegated team like Brescia to secure that 10th position till next week when they will have the last 2 matches. Again, I'm talking about money, and I think that for Parma, those money are very important. So I think that at 2.1 on the screen, at 2.04, the best odds that I took from the bookies, I think that there is the value.
Joseph Gomez. Cheers, Joe. He says, get Flash some eye drops. It's the air conditioning and it blows the dust around in my eyes. I mean, Alex is just about to jump in and say it's just where I've not put my mascara on properly. My technique's probably not quite right. But Lee, thanks for the concern. Now let's move on. Genoa at plus 450, draw plus 320 and Inter at minus 150. Is this Tan straight into win?
No, it's never we straight into win when it is about Inter, especially when they are favorite. One of biggest sleep busters you can find in world football, European football. Look, Genoa are 4 points ahead of Lecce, but they have a worse calendar. So they will be very, very focused to try to get the most from this. Inter are better than Genoa, but we saw how many chances they can let slip. Against Fiorentina, they were much better. They hit twice the post. They had 11 corners. They had 7 shots on target. The backup goalkeeper of Fiorentina, Terracciano, found the night of his life in San Siro. Still was 0-0. But anyway, considering that we have on one side someone easy to find the net like Inter, but conceding, and on the other side Genoa that are eager to get something, so not like Fiorentina. So I would say, and it is always happening lately, almost always happening with Inter, I would say both teams to score at this moment. I found it at 1.57.
1.57. Alex, I look at this and think draw half-time.
I don't know why Tan is not using his classic here, because 1.77 for over 1.5 goals in the second half looks pretty damn good, you know. Genoa will fight for their lives to take at least 1 point from this match. Inter will probably score after being so unlucky in the last match. I mean, I don't know. Romelu Lukaku missed 3 chances. My God, I don't know if it's possible such a striker to miss those 3 chances that he missed. Plus, on the other side, Alexis Sanchez with a shot off the woodwork there. I don't know if it will ever happen, something like that inside the match. You know, 2 crossbars, so many missed chances. I know for sure that Alexis Sanchez will remain with the team next year. I heard some rumors about it, and they are negotiating right now with Marotta his contract for next year. I know that Tan should have more on this subject. But yeah, I think that this will be an important transfer for Inter. I think that Genoa again will fight for their lives, and you cannot trust Inter to win such a tough game, because it will be a tough game in my opinion.
Yeah,
always
I agree,
tough
Alex.
to play a team who are fighting relegation.
Yeah.
So over 1.5 goals in the second half at 1.77 looks banker, let's say.
Okay, so we're going to go, so that's another tick then basically, that we've got 3 out of 3 so far of over 1.5. Might be looking at a parlay here. We'll have a look at the end. We're not going to dive in. Now, Napoli minus 170. I think this could be a bit of a trap. Draw plus 350 and Sassuolo at a massive plus 480. Sassuolo score goals. They let goals in. Tan, can we have Sassuolo double chance, do you think?
Did you read my notes? Did you read my notes? Because it is...
I'm not interested in anything you do.
It is exactly my bet. I mean, the over 2.5 goals is a good one, 1.53. And obviously, when Sassuolo is involved, you can take that easily and with no problems. But the thing is that, so Napoli, their mindset is all on Barcelona game. Mind Atalanta, that are also mindset on Paris Saint-Germain, but they play 1 week later with Paris Saint-Germain. Napoli will play Barcelona already on 7th of August, 7th or 8th of August. Their mindset is all on that. It was clear already in Parma, Napoli, for example. Some of the strikers have some issues physical issue. Milik, Mertens. So the rotation can be exactly what Gattuso wants. And especially Sassuolo, that we know how good they are playing. We know how much they are scoring. They lost to Milan, which means they lost also the chance to enter Europa League, to clinch Milan, in a game that is burning their pride. And after the game, all the team was very disappointed. The manager was extremely disappointed. He could have come out on TV and say, yeah, we tried, but Milan is a good team. They have Ibrahimovic. He scored a brace. We were good, but not good enough. No. He felt like he was the manager of Juventus or Inter losing to Milan. So someone they should have won the game. Now, this is exactly that kind of rage of mindset that is making the difference here. Napoli, they are just sailing till the end of the season as safe as possible. Sassuolo are just going there and grabbing prestigious scalps. So considering that the double chance on Sassuolo is 2.37, I would, without any doubt, go and pick that. Also, banker for me this week.
Banker, double chance Sassuolo away. Now listen, Alex, the thing is with Napoli, they go and win the Coppa Italia, and it's almost like a bottle of champagne. The initial fizz afterwards, they were absolutely outstanding. All of a sudden, I feel as if they've gone a little bit flat, and any injuries, any disruptions to that starting 11, they're not the same team or squad.
They knew that the Coppa Italia was very important for them because they are preparing this huge match with Barcelona. They will probably want to take advantage of this Barcelona's bad performance in the last matches of the season. Bad morale, problems with Quique Setien. Messi is not happy. So everything shows that Napoli have a real chance. They are getting ready for that. They are using a heavily rotation squad match in and match out. We've seen them in the last match against Parma with yes, I think that in possession and chances created, probably they dominated. But Parma were outstanding on the break, and you could see that they are not a rock-solid defense, and they will leave always gaps. And Sassuolo are the kind of the team that will always take advantage of these huge gaps in anyone's defense, no matter what your name is. Tan said that their coach was absolutely devastated after that defeat against Milan, so they will try to bounce back here. I will not go so heavily as you guys with a draw double chance, but I will go with a +1 on the Asian handicap for Sassuolo at 1.97. Still almost even money. So if they lose by 1 goal difference, it's a push. Yes. If they draw, is a win. So I will take that. Almost even money, 1.97.
Yeah, Sean Mack, he's gone exactly the same way as you, Alex. A lot of people like yours, Tan. I think this is the first game where everyone's in agreement that there's value to be had on the visiting side. Now, this next game, it's the first game that I actually thought probably wouldn't want to be going in my over 1.5 parlay, and it's Bologna at +120, draw +280, Lecce +225. Tan, I don't really like either of these sides.
Look, the situation is like this. If Genoa beat Inter and Lecce lose to Bologna, Lecce are relegated, and the relegation fight is over 2 games to go. Bologna have lost badly 5-1 against Milan, and with a lot of honor 1-0 to Atalanta, but still they have lost. Lecce are still there fighting and trying to survive. It's not easy. Now, the thing that Bologna might miss is the motivation against a team that is fighting for their life. At the same time, though, the fact that it's already a bit of time they are not making points is surely pushing Sinisa Mihajlovic, their manager, to kick their ass, which is something that Sinisa Mihajlovic often is doing with his players. In a normal situation, I would say, no, the motivation here are doing everything, Lecce will win. I'm not sure that Lecce will be enough to win. I still go with a double chance with draw for Lecce at 1.53.
Yeah, Alex, I think Lecce have got to keep it tight, and this is why I don't like the fact that there's going to... A lot of the boys in the chat, they're really bullish, saying this is goals, over 1.5, over 2.5, both teams score Alex Classic, but for some reason I think that Lecce have got to keep this game tight and not fall behind.
Keep this game tight. It's a do or die for Lecce. I don't think
Well, that's
that
what I'm
they
saying.
will...
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of the sides that actually do survive, they keep it tight for like 65, 70 minutes, and then they go all out in the last 20. They can't afford to go all out in the first 20 and find themselves 2-0 down before, like, halfway through the first half.
I don't know. Their approach in the last matches was not that. They were all guns blazing from the beginning. They knew that they have to win this match. Yes, in two of the matches against Fiorentina and Genoa, they lost, but they had the same approach. They finally bounced back against Brescia. I will not play Lecce to win, of course. No, I cannot trust them. Sinisa Mihajlovic is Sinisa Mihajlovic, and I will always respect him as a coach and also as a person. But if you could have seen that bad change of words between him and Gasperini in the midweek round, I died laughing with Gasperini red carded and also with Sinisa yellow carded. It was very, very funny to see them fighting on the field. I will keep it simple here. 10 Classic over 1.5 goals in the second half at 1.7. This is a win in many of Lecce's last games. And despite in the midweek round, I was a little bit annoyed with the fact that Lecce went 2-0 at halftime with a brace from Lapadula. And I thought that, oh my God, now they will keep it tight, and you will see that I will lose this over 1.5 goals in the second half. But Brescia helped with that goal, and after that, Saponara clinched the victory with a 3-1, the third goal in the 70th minute. So I will keep it the same, 1.7 for over 1.5 goals in the second half.
Okay, we're starting to edge between, like, maybe we are going to have this parlay of over 1.5 goals. We've got 154 of you watching. I need your advice. This is a bet that we always do together, and when we've done it, it's been 29 out of 30. That is 29-1 in our favour. And at the moment, the first 5 games, they all look like going over 1.5, so we might have a parlay already, but we're going to maybe look towards having the 9 or the 10. 150 of you watching, 64 thumbs up. See if we can get over 100 thumbs up within the show now. Cagliari plus 250, draw plus 260, and Udinese at plus 120. Udinese was the job done yesterday, Tan, so now we're looking at maybe just a drab game.
Actually, look, in a normal situation, I would have gone just for Cagliari, because Udinese, they have celebrated in mind too much after, clinching to be safe, to finish your season by beating Juventus that were supposed to celebrate Scudetto. It's fantastic, and it is difficult, honestly, to find motivations after that. While Cagliari are always, they lost to Lazio. Then, always boring, always debatable. There is something that is always going wrong. So much more motivated than Udinese. And we are talking about a team that in a normal situation is better than Udinese. Normally, I would say Cagliari to win at 375. Absolutely fantastic odds. The only thing that is holding me back from picking that is that when I was sure to pick such odds on Parma, and it was strange to me that bookmakers were having so high odds on Parma, then the bookmakers were right for some reason. So I'm undecided between Cagliari to win at 375 or anyway double chance for Cagliari, so draw and Cagliari to win at 172, which is anyway very, very good. Anyway, Cagliari will get something from here. I'm just undecided between those two. If you feel you are risky, 375 Cagliari to win. If you feel that something good, but without risk too much, double chance Bro and Cagliari to win.
Expecting Lasagna to be out up front. He's obviously their powerhouse. He's obviously the man who gets the goals, Alex, and also helps on the break, so on the counter-attack as well. Is this a game that I see over 1.5? Do I get a tick, or should I just leave it?
Yes, I think that this is a game where you will see over 1.5 goals. This is a lesson for who is betting on trends and who is betting on stats. He's taking the stats for the entire season and for the last 2-3 seasons, and he will say, okay, this is the way that I'm going. Dan mentioned at the beginning of the show that use the eraser to take out all the things that happened during the season. The last 3 rounds of the season are totally different. So this is why here, yes, numbers are important, stats are important, but it's very important to see in how determined that team is, in what position they are, what are the players that are missing, the other team, if they have a good morale or not, what they have to fight for, and so on. Even if we go so deep into action to see the weather at the time of the match, also that is a good thing if you are going so deep. But this game is a lesson for who is using trends. Never use 100% trends and stats for and XG, because I saw now is very popular, this XG thing, you know. So this is a pass for me. I don't know where is the value. I stayed half an hour to find. For the other matches, it was not complicated. I normally stay around 20 minutes maximum to find the good value for one match. But after half an hour, I decided to skip this match just because, in my mind, I can't find the value. But yes, because Stan is going with Cagliari, and I think that Udinese have nothing to fight for after that magic win against Juventus. Juventus are Udinese are one of the favorites opponents for Juventus. So this win 2-1 from yesterday was a miracle for Udinese, you know. So yeah, I don't know. Let it be. With Cagliari, I cannot trust Cagliari either because they are very, very poor lately. You cannot trust them. If you're asking me in the first half of the season, with the performance that Cagliari had at that time, I would say to you that, yeah, with the eyes closed, draw double chance, even with a small stake, Cagliari to win. But right now, I cannot decide.
Sammy agrees with you. He says, this is a pass. I agree, Alex. And this was exactly the reason why I think everything's possible here. Happy to go with our man Tan, teammate going double chance, Cagliari maybe plus 275, around the 250 mark. There's the value. I just can't have Udinese. I'm going to leave it. I'm definitely not putting them in the over 1.5. Now, Roma, minus 160, draw plus 330, and Fiorentina at plus 425, Alex.
You know that Fiorentina are this unpredictable side lately. You don't know what to bet when they are playing. You wouldn't expect them to keep Inter at bay there. But after that, we're talking about Inter, and they did another Inter thing, you know, in that match. Keeping a clean sheet against Torino, yes, I was expecting that. Beating Lecce 3-1, I was expecting something different, but I went with goals. This Fiorentina side has me worried all the time. But there is too much value on AS Roma to win the second half at 1.9. So only the second half of the game I need AS Roma to win. Because till now, seeing so many matches, I saw that Fiorentina are lacking fitness in the second half of the games. And Roma have that amazing attacking firepower, and they can easily win in the second half. So I wouldn't put anyone off the draw at halftime. I wouldn't put that, another 10 classic there, or over 1.5 goals in the second half. But Roma to win just the second half at 1.9, I think that there is a great value on that.
Tan, do I see over 1.5? Do I stick it into me parlay? But I'm certainly liking Roma to win the second half at 1.9.
It is a good one.
Well
One
done,
on the winning
Alex.
second half, because for me is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Roma to win, just easily Roma to win. Considering that I see it's minus 160, and it's a good one for Roma to win at home. For me, just to pick that, there is really no comparison. Roma just did their joint best away win in the history, winning 6-1 at Spal. And consider they did that rotating the main players of their squad, of their starting 11. Dzeko was on the bench, Mkhitaryan was on the bench, so they were playing a part of the B team, and they won 6-1. Fiorentina, as said, they will probably be already happy of the points they shipped at San Siro with that performance. All in all, mind, Roma can't drop points, because otherwise they can be overlapped by Milan and lose their right to go straight to Europa League and be compelled to play the premier round. Also, at Roma, losing the 5th spot could mean a little bit of a revolution, because the position of Paulo Fonseca is at stake. He will probably be confirmed, but if he loses the 5th spot, you can never know. So too important, too much more motivation, and honestly, Roma also in good shape. So no-brainer, Roma to win at minus 160.
It's also important for Roma that they are playing after Milan.
That's
Milan
what I
are
was gonna
playing
say.
today with Atalanta, and after that they are playing with Fiorentina. So they will see what is happening in this match. But it's very important, because with the win here, and for example, if Atalanta wins this game today, they will put between them and AC Milan 5 points before 2 matches before the end of the. So it's like securing that 5th position in the standings.
Okay, we're going to go over 1.5 in the Roma. Fiorentina now. Spal plus 500, draw plus 330, and Torino at minus 175. Tan, I'm going to come to you first, because Torino are never minus 175 away from home.
It's true, and it is very tempting, I have to say, because Spal we saw, they were considered this 1-6 to Roma. And Torino, they played bad, they are boring, but when you leave a little bit of space and you don't have much quality, they can find the net. So I would go whether with Torino to win, but also this game goes in that bucket I was mentioning before, of the nonsense games of just end of the season, just play with no much care. And as you saw, Spal found the net also against Roma, even if it was a no contest. So if you don't believe enough in Torino because it has betrayed your bad sleep in the past, which it has happened to many people, I would go with both teams to score at 1.70 European odds.
Okay, Alex, that goes against everything because I've got here Torino maybe win to 0, Torino to win 1-0, and both teams to score no.
I think that if you are going on that side, you will say Torino to win and under 4.5 goals at 1.9, because Torino will not push for a huge win. They are not Roma. I don't see them scoring 6 goals against Spal. But Torino, let's not forget that they are 6 points above the danger zone. So Lecce have 32 and they have 38. So they need at least, 1.3 points to be 100% safe. And I think that Spal showed us that they have no value to play in Serie A. Lose after lose, defeat after defeat after defeat. So yes, it's crazy to see Torino huge favorites on the road in Serie A after what they showed all season long to us. But Torino, and this is the match that they will win. And I have it. I don't know. You can put it in any parlay. So Torino to win and under under 4.5 goals at 1.9 is the bet for this match, in my opinion.
Can you see them winning 1-0 though? And I'd leave it out of my 1.5. Can you see this is the game that would let us down if we stuck it in the parlay?
1-0, 2-0, yeah.
We're going to be sweating, aren't
know.
we? They're not going to be winning 3-0.
Yeah. No, don't sweat. So better take it out.
Take it out.
You don't
yeah, I like that. I'm going to take it out, but I also do like Torino to win. And under 4.5 at 1.9. And I had another.
But
I think there's a little parlay there.
But if Tan's bet comes in, both teams to score, yes, you should rethink all the strategy.
Yeah, but I mean, listen. There's more chance of Nelson getting his eye back than Tan having 2 winners in a week. So, listen, I'm happy with Roma winning the second half at 1.9 and Torino and under 4.5 at 1.9. I think that's a good little parlay there, paying almost 300. Now, let's move on. Verona at plus 265, the draw at plus 260 and Lazio at plus 110. Tan, 3 or 4 weeks ago, Lazio would be minus 200.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But actually, I have to say, if we look exactly at the latest trend, Lazio played a very decent game against Juventus, their first since the comeback. And yesterday against Cagliari, they played again another very decent game. It's not only the outcome, winning or not. Finally, they were a team together. They were producing many chances. The goalkeeper of Cagliari made several miracles, which is something we didn't see coming from Lazio in after the break. Anyway, at Verona, it's very difficult for everybody. Mind, Juventus have lost there, Inter drew there, Atalanta drew there. So it's one of the toughest ground. Verona are one of those few that enjoy, like Sassuolo, enjoy to play against a big one, against a big team. So I say Verona double chance, draw and double chance at 172, because I think they feel like shipping a positive result in this game is like crowning their season.
Alex, can Lazio, we see they get up for the big games, which obviously is always a massive worry on any team that obviously can turn it on and off like a tap. But listen, experience tells you that can't happen. So what Lazio turns up here against a Verona side who just love to bore you to sleep?
Yeah, it's a pass from the winners market and the goals market. It's a pass from everything. I'm just having one prop for this match. I really liked Ciro Immobile in the last match. I think that their only thought right now is to help Ciro Immobile clinch that top scorer award, because he's in direct fight with none other than Cristiano Ronaldo. So I really like Ciro Immobile anytime goal scorer at even money at 2.0. I think that yes, I don't usually play props, but I really liked him in the last matches, and I think that he will have many chances. His colleagues will provide him opportunities to score. Yesterday, Caicedo was the man with the plan for Ciro Immobile. Many passes for him. And I think that he missed another great opportunity with that shot from inside the box when he turned, and the goalkeeper did some miracles for their opponent. So yeah, 2.0 is a great value for Ciro Immobile. Anytime goal scorer. So no first, no last, anytime goal scorer.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. There's 164 watching, and we're so appreciative of all of your support. We've got 86 thumbs up. We need 14 more. Just the 14 to get to 100 live thumbs up. Now, I'm not putting Verona and Lazio in the over 1.5 parlay, just to let you know. So we're looking at maybe a 17 parlay. And the last one is Juve. Plus minus 330,
No.
draw plus 490,
No.
Sampdoria plus 1100. And they got the because they let everyone down yesterday by not turning up. Tan.
I hope that your boss is not looking, Flash.
She'd expect it from me.
Look, there is one thing to keep in mind. Juventus are the last one to play in this round on Sunday night. And if Atalanta, Lazio, and Inter won't win each, Juventus will be already champions. Atalanta must lose for Juventus also to be champions. Now, it's not that impossible considering it's Milan-Atalanta, Genoa-Inter, and Verona-Lazio. So the bet on this one needs also to check what is happening with that. Let's say that in an ideal world where at least one of the three are winning, so where at least Juventus still need to win this game, they will not only win this game, they will do it straight on. I say Juventus to win first half and second half, which is at a very high 1.80 European odds. Sampdoria have nothing more to play for, nothing more to fight for, and it's not like when they play away are exactly, even if it is the home factor is very aleatory in this coronavirus league, but it's not, when they play away, it's not exactly the most reliable team. So unless something different happens in that option, just Juventus to win straight, first half, second half.
Tan, what happens if they've already won the league and they don't need to win? Could we see like just them going through the motions like they did yesterday and maybe 1-0, 0-0?
Yeah, to lose not, because that was an Udinese strongly motivated. Drawing with goals, yes, that could happen. That could happen. But in that case, if they don't win, you know what you will see? A game played to make Cristiano Ronaldo score as much as possible.
Alex, obviously you're going to be
This is what
Atalanta.
this is what I want to say.
Do you want me to finish before you go flying into one? Obviously we're going to look for Atalanta to be winning because obviously we're cheering them on for you. But can you trust this Juve side to go and produce when they don't have to? That's the big problem.
So my bet followed the same path, or the path that they will not, they are not mathematically winners before they play, but also if they are mathematically winners before they play. So I would prefer the second option because I think that they will go to have fun and they will go to score as many goals as possible. My take here is Juventus to score in both halves at 1.82. I think that they will score as many goals as possible against a team that have nothing to fight for right now. Sampdoria, yes, they are great under Ranieri. Ranieri did an absolutely amazing job since coming with this team to try to save them from relegation. Yes, okay, all that. But if they will be winners before the match, they will go to have fun with what Tam said to Cristiano to score as many goals as possible. If they will not be champions, they will go to destroy Sampdoria. And okay, again, that defeat against Udinese was really bad. But at home, let's say that from 17 matches, they have 15 wins and just 2 defeats and 43 goals scored in the process. So they are another animal when they're playing on their turf. Yes, so both Juventus to score in both halves at 1.72.
Alex, do you think Sampdoria score?
Tough to say. If mathematically Juventus will be winners, yes, probably Sampdoria will score. If Juventus will not be winners, probably Sampdoria will fail to find the back of the net.
Tam, would you put this in my over 1.5?
Yes, definitely.
You were
if Juventus needs to win the title, they will. I think they will put 2 at least behind the net, in the net.
Okay. All right.
If there is no rush because they're already champion, it will be just a game played for the pleasure of playing.
Yeah,
and Cristiano Ronaldo will find as much goals as he can.
Yeah, I mean, the only bonus is we're probably going to do, what, a 17 parlay of over 1.5 goals. Now, listen, the books are already running scared of us being going 29-1. So we're probably going to do 7. You can probably add another one in yourself. And the beauty is that if the first 6 comes in, we can always go with Juve and Sampdoria under 1.5 at around plus 500 anyway. So, okay, it can go in. First of all, before I get a rundown from the boys, please, if you enjoyed this video, and we've got 99, not red balloons, but 99 thumbs up from 168 watching. Now, if you enjoy this video, then please subscribe. It's important you subscribe because then I can go to the hierarchy and say people love the Serie A video and we'd like to do it again next season. So we've got a couple of weeks to convince them that it's worth its own standalone show. Please press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means that we'll notify you and you'll never miss any content again. And that goes to you, Luffy, because you're asking me, when's the Premier League show? Have a look at your notifications. It was yesterday. Okay. Also press the link in the description and then that will take you over to our football pages with Alex, with David, and with Martin being the authors of all the articles. There's other articles over there on many, many other sports. Tan, give me your little rundown, please.
So, Milan, Atalanta over 1.5 goals in the second half. Brescia, Parma, both teams to score. Genoa, Inter, both teams to score. Napoli, Sassuolo, here comes my first banker. Double chance on draw and Sassuolo to win. Bologna, Lecce, double chance, draw and Lecce to win. Cagliari, Udinese, double chance, Cagliari to win and draw. Roma, Fiorentina, here comes the second banker, a safer one. Roma to win. Spal, Torino, both teams to score. Verona, Lazio, double chance, Verona to win and a draw. And Juventus, Sampdoria, Juventus to win half time and full time.
Okay, any banker?
Yes, you said.
Yeah, I said too.
I know, but I want your banker. Bankers can only be, can't be giving people 2 bankers. What is it, Christmas?
Yes, obviously. It's always Christmas.
Tan, you're always giving out gifts. You're all heart. You're just an absolute giver. Okay, Alex, give us a rundown, please, mate. And obviously your banker.
Don't forget that we have also next week is the last week of Serie A with 2 rounds. And we are filming by StreamYard on Monday.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No?
No.
It's a national holiday in Costa Rica.
I don't care. I'll decide.
Maybe, guys, we just solve these things off record.
Exactly. We'll have a chat. We'll have a chat about it after.
Yeah.
But don't forget that in 2 weeks from now, in less than 2 weeks from now, we have Europa League and, of course, Champions League coming to your houses. Atalanta with Drono bet at 1.7, Parma at 2.04, Genoa Inter banker of the week, second half goals over 1.5 at 1.77, Sassuolo +1 at 1.97, Bologna Lecce second half goals over 1.5 at 1.7. Roma to win the second half of the game against Fiorentina at 1.9. Torino and under 4.5 goals at 1.9. Lazio, Verona Lazio, Ciro Immobile anytime goal scorer at even money. Juventus to score in both halves against Sampdoria at 1.82.
Yeah, I like that. I'm just going to do parlay. I'm going to do Roma to win second half at 1.91 and Torino to win an under 4.5 at 1.9. And the 7-team parlay of over 1.5 is easier to say who's not in it. We're not going to put Verona and Lazio, Spal or Torino, and Cagliari and Udinese. They're the 3 that won't be going in it, but the other 7 are all over 1.5 going in the parlay. And the reason I've left Torino out is because we've got them to win an under 4.5 goals anyway in the parlay with Roma to win second half. Tan, absolutely brilliant. We'll have a chat in a minute, so don't go away because we'll decide what we're going to do next week. Alex, top man, as always. Really appreciate all the hard work you do. And you, our third guest. I mean, you're all having such good fun in there. Really, really appreciate everything you've done. We've got to 106 thumbs up. This show really is growing. It's probably, we're going to try and get this to be the #1 soccer show on SBR, but not just the soccer shows. We want it to be the #1 show, and we're only going to do that with the likes of you helping us out. So listen, have a great weekend. Don't know if I'm looking forward to that Juve game on Sunday night, but the Milan-Atalanta game is definitely one to look forward to. So all of you take care. Thanks, Tan. Thanks, Alex. And we'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching, guys. Best of luck.